Hello, my name is Jose Mayer, and today I'll be talking to you about my experience at Cyber Motors. Before I begin my presentation, I wanted to share with you some of the feelings I had prior to starting the project. To be quite honest with you, I was very reluctant and very nervous about the entire endeavor. I consider myself to be an individual who has nerves of steel. So I wasn't really sure why I felt so nervous about this project. Certainly, I felt I had the abilities and skills to take on whatever challenges the project required. These skills were developed through years of my own personal experience, but also, and more importantly, enhanced by the specific and formal education I received as a student at Pennsylvania State University. As confident as I was about the skills that I would be bringing to the table, I still felt apprehensive about certain things, and I couldn't figure out why. I soon realized that the reason for my apprehension was due to the fact that I would be in charge of many of the tasks to be performed. The success or failure of any of these tasks would lie solely upon my own shoulders. I soon realized that this was a position that I had never been in before. Typically in the past, I would rely on other team members or supervisors to assist me along the way. They would give me certain guidelines and rules to follow so that I can complete each task accordingly. Now, I had to create the rules and guidelines myself. At first, I felt as if I were venturing into uncharted waters. I felt lost, as if I didn't have a map. However, I came to the realization that I did have a map, a very dependable map. This map was built by the years of experience I had, but also enhanced and augmented by the courses I took as a Pennsylvania State University student. I would come to rely on this map to get me through the stormiest seas and most difficult challenges that lied ahead with this project. With this mindset, I was very eager to embark on my journey. To begin, I'd like to give you a brief overview of the company. Cyber Motors is a small import and domestic auto dealer. They're located in South Florida and specialize in providing low-budget automobiles to the local community. They have very special financing programs in place to help distressed creditors get transportation. The company was established back in 2010 by Mr. Scott Stevens. Mr. Stevens is a former Auto Trader sales executive with many years in the advertising business. He felt he could capitalize and leverage some of the experience and wisdom he gained at Auto Trader and use it to start his own business. Mr. Stevens is not only the owner of Cyber Motors, he currently manages all activities. At one point, he had several employees working for him. However, due to the economic downturn, he was forced to lay several individuals off and take on their responsibilities. The dealership is located in a very high traffic area known as a dealer cluster. There are many other dealerships in the area and competition is very fierce among dealerships. My role in the company was going to be in the e-commerce unit. My official title was Internet Business Development Specialist. This unit was responsible for increasing sales through e-commerce and other technologies. The focus is on capturing new customers at a very low cost using some of the affordable resources we had at our disposal. Some of these resources include, but are not limited to, social media like Facebook, Google, and Twitter. In addition, this unit was responsible for creating a viable and sustainable SEO or search engine optimization plan to increase sales. We wanted to capitalize and leverage existing tools to capture additional market share. In addition, we wanted to focus on attaining a larger advertising audience. We had many resources at our disposal. However, I realized that Mr. Stevens wasn't taking advantage of many of them. I came to the realization that technology would play a major role in helping us accomplish our goals. There was already a lot of technology available for us to capitalize on. Mr. Stevens had an excellent inventory management system as well as a great website management system. Both of these systems offered amazing tools that we could use to accomplish our goals. However, they were not used effectively because no one really knew how to use them. I hope I could change this. As I mentioned, technology would come to play a major role in accomplishing our goals. Some of the project details are listed here. One of the main tasks that we wanted to accomplish was to improve efficiency by leveraging mobile applications. Mr. Stevens uses a great smartphone that is able to deploy apps that allow him to save time in the office and also when he attends auto auctions. I wanted to install and train him on some of these applications so that he can accomplish his goals at the auction much more efficiently. Another important goal of this project was to optimize and update Mr. Stevens' website with critical SEO functionality. This functionality comes in the form of certain key search words, links to other websites, and ranking in search engine results. Furthermore, I wanted to optimize his third-party sites distribution. As you may or may not know, some of these sites include Yahoo Autos, MSN Autos, and AOL Autos. Furthermore, I wanted to research the viability of selling overseas. Mr. Stevens unfortunately didn't allow me to proceed with this because he wanted to focus on selling locally. Another important aspect of this project was to create the potential to earn incremental sales through auto transport commissions. Many auto transport providers give a commission when you refer business their way. This would coincide with my eBay and Craigslist ad campaign. Whenever we would sell a car on eBay or Craigslist, we could refer them to the auto transporter and earn a commission. In order to successfully sell on eBay and Craigslist, I would need to create new websites that highlighted the features of the automobiles. I would need to completely overhaul the photograph process by improving the quality and the quantity of the pictures for each car. This slide represents some of the before and after results of some of the work I did while at Cyber Motors. Although I couldn't include every single task I accomplished, I wanted to highlight some of the more important ones. I re-photographed each and every car in inventory. I took an average of about 65 pictures per car, whereas previously there were only roughly 25 pictures. I used a prime location with a welcoming setting and backdrop. If you'll notice at the before pictures, they're not very inviting and welcoming. They seem to have been photographed in the same spot where the cars were washed. Some pictures even have small blemishes on the ground that may be misinterpreted for oil leaks or anything of the sort. In addition to photographing more pictures, I enhanced each and every picture using Photoshop for the best results. Furthermore, I redesigned the company logo, I gave it a fresh, clean look that would allow Mr. Stevens to capitalize on brand recognition. This logo could be incorporated on any letterhead or even apparel Mr. Stevens decides to use in the future. This project has allowed me to enhance my own business skills. It has given me the ability to communicate effectively with others in a business setting. Throughout the project, Mr. Stevens allowed me to accompany him to several auto auctions where he met and dealt with auction representatives. I was able to analyze the way he communicated with them. He used effective tone and even body language to communicate his message effectively. These are profound lessons that I will never forget and hope to use in my own professional life. In addition, I believe I acquired improved listening skills. I came to learn that listening is the most important part of communication. A good listener will always be successful. In addition, I was able to learn the small nuances that allow someone to transition from a business to a social conversation effortlessly. This will allow you to establish rapport with individuals outside of the professional atmosphere. Also, I was able to pinpoint problems and provide a creative solution and follow it through all the way to resolution. I was also able to improve my own compromising skills. I believe these skills will make me a better negotiator and allow me to compromise with individuals so that there is a give and take process. This is imperative to successful negotiations, whether they be in a professional environment or even in a personal environment. This project has been a tremendous learning experience for me. I've learned not only what to do, but also what not to do. Mr. Stevens has been an excellent mentor, and there's no doubt that I can learn a lot from him. One of the main things that I learned was that I need to adjust my message to match my audience so that they can understand me well. Mr. Stevens had issues with technology, and at times I didn't match my message to his understanding. Very important lesson learned going forward. Another lesson is to prioritize your goals so that they match with organizational objectives. I had my own set of goals when I started this project, but I failed to realize that they did not match with Cybermotor's overall organizational goals. I had to adjust them as I went on, and I learned that it is more important to communicate with others than to set your own priorities. Also, when I was overwhelmed, I needed to take a step back and analyze the situation before proceeding. It's important to take a step back and reset yourself. It will make all the difference in the world. Also, I shouldn't be afraid to ask for help. There's nothing wrong with asking for help, especially when it's going to help you accomplish your goals and the organizational goals. Another important lesson that I learned is to enjoy every little victory, no matter how small. Little victories add up to huge successes. Another crucial lesson I learned was to recognize your mistakes and learn from them. I strongly believe there's nothing wrong with making mistakes, so long as you don't make the same one twice. Albert Einstein once said that a person who never makes a mistake never tried anything new. At this time, I'd like to thank you for watching my presentation. I'd also like to thank Mr. Stevens for all his efforts in helping me reach my goals. In addition, I'd like to thank everyone at Pennsylvania State University that provided me with the knowledge and skills I need to further my career. It's an experience I will not soon forget.